Hello, everybody. This is Larry Lane in Los Angeles, California. Just want to welcome you to our Asia Science Sunday night 10 o'clock training. Thank you all for being here. We've got an incredible training lined up for you tonight. I've got Mr. Noel Floyd. He's going to be coming to us live from Orlando, Florida. I've got the amazing Michelle Rudisill in Clayton, North Carolina. And we've got our president, Mr. Eric Caparisi, live in Miami, Florida. We've got a lot of great information, a lot of stuff to go over tonight. Make sure you give us the next 30 minutes to go over this training. You want to have something to write with. There's going to be a lot of gold nuggets that we're going to be giving you tonight. I'm going to go ahead and kick everything off right now. I know Mr. Noel Floyd is in Orlando, Florida. It's his beautiful wife Jamie's birthday this weekend, but he still wanted to be here with all of us tonight on this training. So Noel, you can take it away, buddy.
All right, Larry, can you hear me?
You sound great, Noel.
All right, fantastic. Guys, I tell you what, I wouldn't miss this for the world, okay? And there's Jamie. Tell them hi, Jamie, Jessica, all right? We are in Orlando right now. We just got done eating at a Japanese steakhouse. But, guys, it's been incredible down here. But listen, you know, I talked to someone earlier today, and then I actually made a post about it, was, this is not an instant gratification opportunity. You know, that's not what we are. That's not what we're about. This isn't one of those things where you can go and have your time freedom first. And something that you've got to understand. Jamie, come over here really quickly, okay? It is our time freedom didn't come immediately, did it, Jamie? No, not at all, okay? Our time freedom came after we put in the effort, right? And how many years have we been putting in the effort?
About 10.
About 10 years, okay? So about 10 years we've been putting in the effort. And for the last 3 years, really, we've been able to enjoy some time freedom things. And I really want you to think about that, guys, because you've got your whys, you've got your reasons why you're doing what you're doing. Jessica, come here. This is one of my biggest reasons why, right here, okay, is Jessica Hope. And these people are like, what in the world are they doing? Okay, just tell them hi, everybody. We're live right now. All right. So anyway, guys, I mean, it's just that exciting, okay? But you have to understand, when you get involved in something like what we're doing here at Asia Sciences, especially, okay, because it's brand new, you have to have, I mean, like a laser-focused mindset right now, okay? You have to have a laser-focused mindset and say, okay, you know, where do I want to be in the next 90 days? Where do I want to be in the next 120 days? Where do I want to be in the next 6 months, okay? And you have to put your blinders on. You've absolutely got to go to work and make this thing happen. I want to talk to you something really quickly, okay, because there's a lot of people that are putting us to work right now. And I want you to put us to work as well, okay? Because the reason I say this is because, you know, I have a 90-day goal to start developing new leaders and leaders that will emerge and start doing some things, doing some meetings and things like that. So we're down here in Orlando. We're going to meet up with Jesus here in just a little bit. He had to work late tonight, but he's bringing some people over that used to be in another company, and we're going to sit down in the lobby of the hotel. We're going to talk about this amazing business opportunity that we've got. Now, next weekend is Memorial Day weekend. We are taking a little bit of a break, but the weekend after that, you've got lovely Michelle Rudisill on here. We're going to be in North Carolina with Michelle Rudisill. We're going to be in North Carolina with Alice Parker. We're going to be up near the Washington, D.C. area with Shanitra Howard. The next weekend, we're going to be in Glasgow, Kentucky. We got some people in Kentucky putting us to work for a meeting. The next weekend after that, we're going to be in Cookeville, Tennessee. Somewhere in between those, we're going up to Ohio, near Canton, Ohio, and we're going to be doing a meeting up there. And the reason I say these things, guys, is, you know, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? Okay, because some of these people are putting us to work. And honestly, I'm just being brutally honest here. Some of you guys have never even done a three-way call with us. Some of you guys have never even sent a message to me. Some of you guys I reach out to and just say, hey, how you doing? And I don't get a response at all, you know, and we're here to help. I'm telling you, we're here to help. And Jamie, I mean, just tell them briefly, really quickly, why, you know, it's so important right now that you feel like people engage. I want you to just tell them that really briefly.
And it keeps the morale up. It keeps you kind of motivated, moving forward, and you feed off of each other. When you see, you know, Noel is kind of encouraging somebody, that person feeds off of that. Well, then the next person's going to feed off of that, and so forth. So that motivation, fellowship, just getting to know each other, I think to stay involved is pretty much one of the most important things you can do right now.
Absolutely. So staying involved is one of the most important things that you can do right now. And guys, I know sometimes it feels like you're putting in that effort. You're putting in that effort. You're putting in that effort, and you're like, where's the reward? And I'm here to tell you right now, guys, the reward is coming later. And I've done a video the other day. I said, we're out here casting our seeds right now. Some of it's going to fall in fertile soil. Some of it's going to fall on rocks, and the stuff that falls on rocks, sometimes it will sprout up really quickly, but it will die just as soon as it sprouts up. Okay, so here's what I want to challenge you to do. Okay, because you're throwing those seeds in that fertile soil, but don't let someone else reap the benefits of your reward because you quit before the harvest was even able to take place. So guys, that's all I got for you right now. Go out there. I mean, right now, even right now, within the sound of my voice, you should be sending text messages out and saying, hop on this training tonight. Okay, you don't want to miss this training tonight. It will be recorded, but who wants to watch a recording? Really, who does? I'm taking time out of this afternoon, and we're making this happen. We're getting ready to walk back to our hotel, an awesome resort, awesome resort. But guys, I want to do things like this with you guys, okay? Not just me. I mean, we really want to enjoy what we're doing with a lot of other people. Jamie, you got anything else to say?
Just keep going, guys. You guys are doing great. Let's keep it going. Keep it rocking.
All right, what about it, Jessica? Tell them bye. All right, you guys have a great night. Stay on here, okay, because you got some great speakers up here, and pay attention. Take notes, okay? Remember, the harvest comes later, okay? We'll see you guys later. Have a great night. Back to you, Larry.
Hey, Noel, thank you so much, and I really appreciate you being on tonight. My hat's off to you. I know it's Jamie's birthday, so happy birthday. And again, guys, that's dedication. He's there with his family, but he took time. He wanted to be on the training, and he also mentioned all the incredible meetings that he's got going on. Noel is definitely making it happen. I'm going to go ahead and keep the training going tonight. I'm going to bring up our president, Mr. Eric Caparisi. Now, Eric Caparisi, I've worked with him for many, many years, one of the best guys that I've ever worked with. And one thing that I love about Eric, he not only walks the walk, he talks the talk, and he gets things done. And Eric has been a seven-figure earner in this industry for many, many, many years, and he's built teams of almost 400,000 people in his downline. So not only is our president, but he's been in the field, he's been exactly where we are, and he's built the businesses that we're all trying to build. So I want to bring up right now Mr. Eric Caparisi. And Eric, I'm just going to kind of run over a couple of questions, some things that I think could really help people out. So thank you for being on with us tonight.
You bet, Larry. Thanks for having me on.
You bet, Eric. The first thing I want to ask is, I know every single day when I talk to you, the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning, I'm answering texts from you and Noel. So I just kind of want you to tell everybody what you do on a daily business with Asia Sciences to get up, to get your day started. I know you always keep it simple, but it's powerful, and you're always moving forward. So if you could tell us a little bit about that.
You bet. You know what? Something Noel hit on was your why, and I think that if you ultimately can figure that out, if you haven't figured it out by this evening or by the time you're listening to this recording, figure out what your why is. For Noel, how wonderful to know that they're experiencing a great weekend, nice long weekend in Orlando. With his family, his loved ones. That's his why. I know that he's looking at some new cars. I'm pretty sure that's on his list of whys. And I think that if you can first figure out what your why is in life, it might be helping to just get your kids through school, just having that trip that that maybe it's a tropical trip or a trip to the mountains to go skiing in the wintertime or whatever it is. Maybe you want to go to Africa or go to an international country. Maybe you've got family somewhere far off that you'd love to go and visit that you just don't have the extra funds to be able to go and possibly go and visit. When you figure that why out, it makes things a lot easier. It makes you find the time. And one of my biggest secrets that I've shared in the past with people, but I think it's worth going back over is really I had motivation from desperation. And if you know what that's like, maybe you do or maybe you don't. But for me, it was working a 9-to-5 grind, 9-to-5 job, building someone else's dream, building my boss's dream, building the owner's dreams. I wasn't building my own. I had no time freedom. I went to work every day not knowing if it was going to be my last day, if I was getting fired or keeping my job. And I came out of college, and I felt like I had that degree that sadly cost my parents a lot of money, and I really saw no freedom, unfortunately. And in this day and age, there's a lot of people that are graduating from school. There's a lot of you that are on here today that might have that degree, or maybe even just high school diploma, which says a lot. That's fantastic, but is that really giving you the freedom that you're looking for? And again, that why for me was time freedom. It was spending time with my children. It was being able to take my kids to a dinner and not really worry about the bill. And I know what it's like to worry about the bill. By the way, I've been bankrupt not once, sadly, but twice over the years, over many years. It being almost 50 years of age, like I said, that spreads out over time. But not once, but twice. I know what it's like to have the IRS send me registered in the mail, registered letters saying, hey, you need to pay up on, certain taxes, and I always got it taken care of. But what a sinking feeling that is! What a sickening feeling in your stomach to know that you've got these bills that are just mounting, that are just building up on you. And there's of you that are on tonight that you understand that, you're feeling that, you've got those bills, and if you're like me, I would push them to the side, and they'd get a little heavier every time I'd push them because there'd be more and more mounting up. But for that was my why. I wanted freedom. I wanted to taste that I wanted that ability to be able to really do what Noel and his beautiful family is doing right now. And they just on a spur of the moment jumped on an airplane and flew down to Orlando, and they are living it. They are experiencing it. And it's because of this company, Asia Sciences, that they're able to do that in such a short amount of time, by the way, in the first 90 days of being with our company. So figure out what your why is. I think once you do that, Larry, to kind of answer your question, the reason I get up in the morning, I get excited, and the reason that I stay up late in the evening, because I'm still excited, is because I have a big why. I really want to I have personal reasons, of things that I want to do with my money, but a lot of that is giving back. You can only have so many cars. You can only have, we all, for me, it's the play, the toys, and things like that. Those things are great, but to be able to give back and to be able to do for others is really a big why for us. So that's why we work really hard. Me as president of the company, I could very easily sit back and say, if this is Sunday, I'm off. Most owners and presidents of companies, they are sitting at home right now. They're not doing a webinar. They're not supporting their team. They're not giving a training right now. They're going to be there tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning at their desk. And they will be out of that office at 5 o'clock from their desk and head back home. And they do that 5 days a week, and that's it. That's what you get from them. For me, I feel like being, a president of this company, it's important for me to have skin in the game and to be on these phones and on these webinars and doing conference calls and doing three-way calls with you on a daily basis, because we are one. We all are building this together. So starting off, you all figure out your why. Get that down in front of you, whatever it takes. I've always had a sticker of a specific car, and I was blessed enough after years of looking at that sticker, and I'm pointing to the corner of my monitor right now. You don't see me doing that, but and I looked at that every single day until finally one day I finally was able to purchase that car. And you know what? It subconsciously does something to you when you see that image of what what you want. Maybe it's just a trip to Hawaii. Maybe it's a picture of your kids up there and just knowing that you want to give to your kids. Maybe it's like we've got a child in the Philippines that probably for 10 years now, his name is Renzo, and we've been fortunate enough to be able to give some money to Renzo every single month for the last 10 years, and especially a little extra for his birthday. And this is a child that literally we've witnessed grow up and get his pictures every single year, and to know that he sleeps on the floor on a mat with his family, doesn't have his father, his mom makes very, very little money, to be able to give back really is one of our big whys. So figure that out. Let your sponsor know, let your upline know, this is the reason I'm doing this business. And maybe it's just to lose some weight, maybe it's to get some energy, maybe it's not for the money, maybe your why is just it's physical. It's for health reasons. But your why tonight, what I want to talk about is maybe your why being, for what we're seeing right now, people actually earning incomes, additional incomes. And when we have people making $200, $500, $800 a month extra, and we don't make income claims, but what we do is, I don't think those numbers are so outlandish. They're kind of smaller numbers, but they're exciting numbers, because the national average to keep people out of bankruptcy, which unfortunately I went through twice, is just an additional $400 a month would keep people out of bankruptcy. $400 a month. If you can help people do that, you're doing something pretty special for that family. So For me, it's really figuring out which direction you want to go with our company. If it's just health related to being a customer, fantastic. I would say probably 7 or 8 out of every 10 people that are involved in Asia Sciences are involved because of this product right here, Body Drive, which is people are losing weight, people have got energy, people feel great. Today, Patricia had an unbelievable her back was killing her. She just absolutely, from a long drive this past weekend, she said her back was absolutely just felt terrible. She didn't want to take, she doesn't like to take pills, but she drank her Body Drive. And within 30 minutes, she said, you know what, my pain is completely gone. And that's exciting. So we've got a great product. We've got a great opportunity. And when you figure out what that why is, and when you maybe write it down or put those pictures in front of you, and I think Michelle, or one of you, I think it was you, Michelle, but you mentioned dream boards, and some people don't really understand the importance of a and I believe it's called a dream board. All I know is it's something I have and I've always had around me, and that is a board that absolutely has pictures of things that I desire to have in my life. So have that in front of you, and definitely shoot for those goals. Larry, you and I have worked together for years, and we've been lucky enough and blessed enough to enjoy each other's work ethics and company, and we laugh a lot together. Michelle, you and I are starting to build that relationship. Noel is the first person I talk to in the morning because he's my first call in the morning, and Larry's usually my last call in the evening. Michelle is right there in the middle someplace, and we all work as one, and that's exciting too. Is feeling that camaraderie, feeling that team, that team spirit. I call us a family. Sometimes we're a little dysfunctional, but what family isn't? That's okay. And but we are a family, and we're going to have members of our family come and go. That's all part of our business. But it's exciting because we really do have something. We have a common goal and we have a common interest, and that is to get people healthy, get ourselves feeling good, maybe lose a few pounds. Like Noel and his beautiful wife Jamie have lost 50 pounds each, 100 pounds combined. That's incredible. I was talking to someone that I didn't realize, it was just not even an hour ago, from Canada. And I said, did you realize, Jamie, you and I have been friends since 2011? He goes, yeah, we were friends with another energy drink that I was involved with for over 8 years. And I said, isn't that incredible how everything is secular? Everything is, a big cycle. And here we are again. And he said, you know the difference? He goes, we've got something that's so much better than that energy drink that we used to sell back when. And he's right. This energy drink is not just an energy drink. This drink is filled with minerals. This drink is filled with the super juices. This drink is filled with ingredients that actually help you to lose weight. You can't find all of that in one product. So we've got something very unique, very different, and very exciting. So really, Larry, I know you have a question or two for me. I ran on, and I won't run on any longer than that. I promise. But I just wanted to kind of talk about your why, because Noel nailed it right there and took me completely off where I was going to go. But when he said that, I said, you better believe it. That's really the first step.
Absolutely, Eric. One thing, I have got to go down to Miami several times with you and Patricia, just such an incredible guy. But one thing I've really noticed, something that you do better than anybody I've ever seen, no matter if we're out at lunch or we're out at a meeting or we're out at a dinner, you're always talking to people. You're always sharing Body Drive. I see even today you've got the Body Drive on your hat. You've got the Body Drive on your shirt. You're a walking billboard. But that's one thing you really do is I want you to tell everybody how important it is to get out of your comfort zone, not only believe in your product and take your product, but share your product. Even Noel, earlier on the video, the people walk by. I know people are going to be asking Noel, hey, buddy, what were you talking about? Because you could see people all in the background behind him. Noel is a walking billboard, but you do that better than anybody, Eric. You're always sharing the business, and you're always plugged in. So if you could share people a little bit about that, how important it is to get out of your comfort zone, especially now while you're trying to build a business and why everybody's so excited about Asia Sciences.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? When I was talking to Jamie and Ian up in Canada, by the way, we will be. This is a first for all of you to hear. We are opening up Canada this week. So those of you that have family or friends or just know people up in Canada, we do have product on the ground up in Canada this week. And that's exciting because Canada is an absolutely great territory and country for us to do business in. So, but when I was talking with them, you know, I ran in to get my charger into one of my bathrooms, and it was funny because I talked about how easy. That's when he had said how great this product is, and I said, you know what's funny? I said, Jamie, I said, do you understand that I literally have 5 of these packets sitting in my bathroom? And I said, I don't even know how they got here. They're just sitting here on the counter when I went in to grab my charger and run back out. And he started laughing. I said, I preach this. I tell everyone, I don't care where you're at. These things need to be with you 24/7. And if they're not, and if you listened to me 2 or 3 weeks ago and I told you make sure that you've got canisters of this, and they didn't need to be rolling around in the back of your trunk every time you hit the brakes and every time you hit accelerate, if your loved one or spouse or kids aren't saying, what is that rattling going on in the back trunk of this car, then you don't have the product. We need you to have this product. It needs to be, you know, it needs to be driving people crazy that this stuff's rolling around in your back, you know, the back of your car. But you want this everywhere. You want this in your kitchen. You want this, you know, with you in your backpack, your gym bag, your purse, your briefcase, your suitcase, and or your bathroom, like me. So we've got it everywhere. And so be a product of your product. You know, that's a very important part of this also. People believe you when, you know, they can sense it. They can see it in your eyes. They're looking at you when you talk about, you know, hey, this is the greatest product that I've experienced in years. And they're looking at you. Really? Are you really? Is this just another one of those products? I mean, do you really believe that? I'm telling you right now, when Noel tells people he's lost 50 pounds and his wife, his lovely wife Jamie says, and I've lost 50 pounds also, I'm pretty sure that is definitely stopping people in their tracks right there. For me, having that energy to get to the gym finally again, thanks to this product. You know, for my girlfriend to get rid of a backache that she's had ever since first thing this morning, and she didn't have to take, you know, aspirin or Tylenol, and it was just from drinking a healthy drink, a healthy energy drink. So, you know, become a product of your product and believe in it. And if you can do that, you're definitely, you know, leap years ahead of most people that are selling those, you know, mango Django juices and these creams and lotions that, you know, really are just a whole bunch of hype. You know, we've got something that really is working, and not just working for us, but working for the masses. So be a product of the product and sample, sample, sample. And I think, you know, Larry, you know, we know the importance of that. I think Larry, they know his first, last name and more about Larry than I do, because at the post office, because he's there, I think every single day I talk to him, he's in line sending out samples. So yeah, absolutely, be a billboard, let people know, you know, they want to know, what is that Body Drive? I'm glad you asked. Let me give you a free sample of it. And I make them drink it right there. If I've got a bottle or they've got a bottle of water, I'll make them drink it right in front of me, because I want them to feel the effects within 5 to 10 minutes. And I want them to say, how do I get more of that? Bingo, we're in business.
Hey, Eric, absolutely. And, you know, I appreciate you being on with us tonight. You know, as our president, I know you've actually been where we want to be. I mean, like I said, 7-figure earn, you've built incredible teams. So to have you on tonight to give us all these tips, I think it's incredible. What I want you to do is, if you'll hang out with us, I'm going to bring up right now the incredible Michelle Rudisil, and we're both so lucky to have her as a part of our company. She hosts our training calls every Tuesday and Thursday. She's on with us tonight. I've known Michelle for almost a year now, and I've actually seen her in action. I know how she can build a team, and I want to have her come up right now and just share with everybody. I'm going to be there June 4th in her living room when she has her home party, and I know Noel's going to be there too, so in Clayton, North Carolina. So I want to bring up right now the amazing Michelle Rudisil. Michelle, are you with us?
I am. You keep saying amazing, and I'll stay on here all night long. No, I'm thrilled to be here. And, you know, Eric, you said something that I want to start off with, and I think is so key. You said be a product of the product. That can, I'm telling you, folks, that's going to carry your business so much further than anything else. Because people know if you're being sincere. Don't you agree? I mean, they absolutely know if you're being truthful. This family is a product of the product. Everybody takes Body Drive. And I don't even know if y'all know this. My 82-year-old mother, I'm gonna have to send her to Body Drive Anonymous. She called tonight and said, Michelle, I am out. I need someone to bring me some Body Drive over now. It has changed her energy level. It's changed what she's doing. So you know how good that makes you feel that you have a product that not only your family takes, not just because you're in the business, but because they want to take the product. They feel the effects. They feel the energy, the clarity, all of that stuff. And you know what most people don't understand is everybody wants their own business. Everybody wants to have an opportunity to earn income from home, to be part of a home-based business. Well, we have something that, if you think about what Eric said, how many people are customers first? Folks, that's strong. Because if you've got a strong customer base, you're going to have a solid business. Because they're here because of it. They're going to keep reordering. They're going to keep telling people. You know, the Body Drive does the heavy lifting for us. We just need to tell everybody. And one thing I was talking to Larry about before we got started is I think some of us, myself included, we need to stop long enough and listen. I think too much talking goes on sometimes and we don't listen. All around us, there is people actually asking for Body Drive. They don't even know it. They don't even know that they're asking us for a product because they've got lack of energy. They're trying to lose weight. They're not healthy. They're trying to change their life. So if we stop long enough, we will never say I don't have anybody to share this with because everyone is all around us. Last weekend we were at a car lot that was doing a big event. There was an insurance lady there at the table trying to get me, you know, telling me about her insurance and all that. And she said, I'm so tired, I can't lose weight, you know. And I'm sitting here and I took her car. There's a whole bunch of people. I'm thinking, she needs Body Drive. I mean, really, think about it. So I just want everybody to realize that we have something at our fingertips. And I think sometimes we get a little bit too relaxed. I can say I've done it too and just say, oh, I'll do my business later. But when you're intentional about your business each and every day, and again, we don't sell anything. We share. We share. We love to share. You heard Noel say, you know, what he's doing in Orlando. I guarantee you he's pulling all kinds of commercials for where he's staying. I mean, think about it, because he's just sharing that information. That's what we do. So let's be intentional and think about this. And we're kind of putting everybody on the spot for a minute. If your team did what you did today, would it have grown? Would anything have moved forward? You know, it's just something to ask. I've had to do that myself. I'll tell you, in the last few weeks, we've shifted because you hear it, well, nothing's happening, or I'm telling you, if you have that activity every day, people worry too much about the results. If you have massive activity, you're going to have massive results. But you've got to put the work in first. It's all the time, and everybody's not going to say yes to you the very first time. They're just not. You know, and I told somebody it takes 5 to 7 exposures, I think we kind of talked about, before somebody makes a decision. It could be a text, it could be you just talking about Body Drive, it could be seeing them see it in your bathroom, seeing a sample when you go through. Doesn't matter. There's 5 to 7 exposures. Think about that. People stop after one time sometimes and say, well, they're not interested. Well, they don't know what they're not interested in. So be intentional about your business day in and day out. And I'm telling you, think about it, if you tell massive amounts of people, it's going to be massive amounts of awareness. But also what Noel said, you've got to follow up, because that's going to fall there where somebody, if you don't follow back up and ask them, you know, did you take that Body Drive? Because I guarantee if you don't do what Eric said and make them drink it right in front of you, it's going to be in the bottom of their purse, or it's going to be in their car, it's going to be somewhere. So don't be so relaxed with giving those that you say, oh, I gave it out today. Well, that's great, but what were the results? You know, what were the results of you giving it out? You know, did they actually drink it? Did they actually try it? Are they going to feel? Because that's how you're going to build. You know, I'm just excited because I love the health benefits. I love what it's doing for my family, but I also love hearing stories like my sister-in-law in Pennsylvania, who called me tonight or called me yesterday and said, how do I sign up? And she had already told somebody about this, and I walked her through the process of signing up her very first customer. She's so excited. She's lost 7 pounds. She's changing her eating habits. You know what a good feeling that is? I mean, to be able to share something like that. So we have something very, very special, and those of you that are on tonight, like they said, we're challenging everybody. Plug into what we have going on. June the 4th, if you can see this right here, we're having a Drink Your Way to Healthy tasting party. You come sip and see. We're going to let everybody try this. It's going to be, I'm telling you, you got to get them here, right? We're going to have the amazing Mr. Noel Floyd. We're going to have Larry and Gary here. It's going to be a wonderful event. I'm so excited. I just can't even stand it. But think about it. I want people to come try. Come sip and see. Come see. Drink your way to healthy right in front of me. Let's go ahead and do this thing together. So I am thrilled to be part of this wonderful company here each and every day. And I want to challenge you guys again. They put the challenge out last week. Stay plugged in so you stay lit up. So somebody can't knock you off the course just like that. Just because somebody told you no or somebody said, oh, I've tried those things before. The reason you do this is you kind of build up that armor. If you're on the Tuesday night testimonial calls, you can tell them about something you heard. If you're on the Thursday night corporate power calls, you're going to hear from the leadership that is giving you those success tips you need to stay plugged in, to stay focused, and to stay on track with your business. So, Larry, that's all I have. Thank you for letting me share tonight. I appreciate all of you so much.
Absolutely, Michelle. Thank you so much. Incredible job always. And I know the Tuesday night, Thursday calls that you host they're incredible. I'm telling you, I've done calls in the past, but when you plug in, Michelle does such a great job. We have great testimonials every Tuesday night and Thursday night as our power call. And I just want, we've got tonight, just here, we've got Noel. I know Noel's been in the industry for more than 10 years. I know he said he's been plugging at it for 10 years. But you've got Mr. Eric Caparisi, 28 years in the industry. I know Michelle Rudisil is almost 30 years in the industry. I just hit 27 years in the industry. You've got a lot of experience here. You've got a lot of people willing to work with you and willing to help you, but you've got to utilize what we've got. You've got to stay plugged in. You've got to use the tools, and you've got to hold yourself accountable. You heard Eric talk about every single day. I do go to the post office. I'm sending out samples. Everybody on this panel is talking to people every single day about Asia Sciences, about Body Drive, and we've all got our own business here. Everybody watching this, no matter what city you're watching from, you started your own individual business with Asia Sciences. We've given you the tools. We've given you everything you need to plug in and have success, but you also have to do the work. You've got to get up every day and treat this like a business. Noel is in Orlando. He's with his family. He's having fun, but he's also doing meetings. Everybody heard him say that his person in his business, Jose, is bringing people later to the hotel to have a meeting. So not only is Noel there for pleasure, but he's still building his Asia Science businesses. I think it's brilliant what Michelle just said. If you thought about what you did today, if you duplicated that, would your team have grown if they duplicated just your efforts? That's the way a leader thinks, because you have to get out there, you have to lead, you have to make it happen. We have the Facebook groups, we have so many things that you can plug into. You can't just build this business on Facebook, but it is a great tool. Noel is out there making the home parties. Michelle's going to do her first home party June 4th. I can't wait to be there. These are the things you have to do to take your business to the next level, because if you're not sharing your own business, nobody's going to share it for you. Now, if you get people to the calls, you get people to the information, you get people to these webinars, we can absolutely help share it for you, but you've still got to take that effort to get people to the information. So, guys, we're here to help you 100%. I just want to open it up to Eric one more time, Mr. Eric Caparisi, our president. You have absolutely been here for me 100%. You've brought us this amazing company. And if there's any closing words, anything that you think the people should be doing, and I feel like to be taking their business to the next level. So, Eric, I'll turn it back over to you to close us out tonight.
You bet, Larry. One thing that I missed, and something that I remember giving a speech in front of 4,300 people, and I wasn't quite sure of where I was going to go with my speech. It was in the Philippines, and I remember knowing that these people were all part of my organization, and really, I looked over to a business partner of mine, someone who was also at a high rank in the company, and I said, really, if there was a spotlight that was on you, or what would you think these people needed to hear tonight? And what he said was what I want to talk to you about real quick, and that is just to never give up. It's so easy. It's so easy. There's so many companies in the United States, especially that are kind of we call them shiny lures. If you're a fisherman, you know what a lure is, and that's just that shiny bait that that you kind of go after, and excuse me, and you go for it, and it's you unfortunately are leaving behind something that it could be your destiny, could have been your future, And we're big believers. Larry and I have been doing this for a long time. We know this industry extremely well. We researched this company, the product, the compensation plan, the leadership, the management. You know, this is important stuff. We have a compensation plan that the government is happy with. We don't have some of the other compensation plans that unfortunately companies are being shut down because they have them. We've got a product that actually works, that we've got huge praise for. You know, we've got great leadership. These, you know, listening to Michelle, always you get golden nuggets. Listening to Noel, I mean, Noel makes me laugh. He does these live, I don't even know what they're called, on Facebook, and he ends up pulling his hat off, and his hair's all, he says, my hair looks like a chia pet. And then he gets right back into talking about what he's talking about, or he'll hear a car alarm outside and look out the window while he's on live, and I'm like, what is he doing? But you can't stop watching him. You know, Larry is one of the most personable, hardworking people I have ever met, and he has so dedicated to what we've got here. One thing that all of them have in common, and I've witnessed it in the past, and the only reason we're here today and not with those past companies is because those past companies let us down, not because we quit. We all have our own individual stories, which I won't get into here, but I promise you, all four of us, we had to make a decision to move on. We were forced to make that decision. We did not quit. We did not give up. We were in for the long haul. We were focused, and we were ready to do. We were loyal, hardworking, dedicated soldiers in the field. And if you're willing to be one of them, the money will come. It's just a matter of time. But if you give up, if you're weak-minded, and I hate to say weak-minded, if you kind of get persuaded to look at some other things that are out there, but it's kind of a mindset. You gotta be strong. This is your business. If you start a restaurant today and a new restaurant opens up down the road and they say, we want you to come on over here and be a manager, no way. I just started a new restaurant down the street. This is where I'm staying. I'm not looking someplace else. I'm going to focus on making my business the best that it can be. And guess what? I know that it might take me a little bit of money or a little bit of time to make that money, but I also know that anything good doesn't come to me overnight. Okay, these guys promising the world, showing you their back offices, showing you these checks. Let me tell you what, there's a backstory on all of those companies. When I say a backstory, there's whispering going around because I know I've been to that level on the corporate side and also as the top income earner side, and we can all tell those stories of the craziness that was going on behind the scenes. Do not believe, I repeat, do not believe the stories that you hear about how wonderful these companies are doing, how much money people are making, how the incredible results people are getting. Look at what you got in front of you. Believe in it. Don't give up. Stay focused. If it takes you a year to be able to fire your boss, are you willing to give a year here? And how much time a day are you putting into building your business? Sincerely, if you had a stopwatch and you turned it on when you were ready and you made your first call, and then you hit it again when you were done for the day, was it 15 minutes? Was it an hour? Was it 5 hours? I'm here to tell you a lot. What Michelle said, I've never heard before, and I've been doing this for, like Larry said, 28 years. And that is, if your people are doing what you did, would your business be thriving? And that's up to you. You got to look in the mirror and ask yourself that question. But I think it's a fantastic question. I wish more people had the mindset of Larry and Michelle and Noel and really gave it 110%. And if you're one of them and you want to give it 110%, speed of the leader, speed of your pack, speed of the leader, speed of your team. They're going to do what you do. If you're sitting around, you're watching the football game. You shut down at 9, 10 o'clock, start watching the news, sit back in your recliner, and you take your weekends off, and you're just not even putting the time in. Even 1 hour a day is way more than most people will put. Put that in. Stay focused. Don't listen to other opportunities. Tell them this is your home. You're planted. You're focused for a solid year, and you know that you're built on a solid foundation. People are already succeeding in the first 90 days. Maybe it'll take you less than 90 days. Maybe it'll take you a little bit longer than 90 days. But do not give up. Stay focused. Do not give up. If you do that, that is a huge ingredient for your success. So with that, Larry and Michelle and Noel, man, the four of us have grown together. But it's so neat to know that Noel is out, beating the streets as we call it, and he's out there traveling all around. Larry's flying all around. I'm flying around for the regional meetings. Soon we'll have national meetings. So soon we're going to have yearly meetings and cruises and events and conventions, and soon we'll be international, even on a grander scale than we already are right now. What does that mean? That means that those of you that are involved that get to the leadership levels and have your teams, let's say in Vietnam or Thailand or Germany or Italy or wherever it is, South and Central America. I mean, Canada that we just opened up, we're opening up this week. That means you get to take trips. That means you get to write that off. How great is that? Noel gets to write off this trip. This is a business expense for him. He's doing meetings down there in Orlando. He gets to write that off legally. So that's pretty exciting, you know, and that's what you get to do also. So never give up, never give up, never give up. That's where I want to leave it tonight. Stay focused. This is not a 30-day plan. If you want to get rich quick, there's a 7-Eleven on everyone's corner down the road. There's lottery tickets there. You can go and scratch off a bunch of lottery tickets and maybe win $5 or $10. But and I'm not making, well, I am making light of it. Heck, it's silly. But if that's your thing and you like to do it for fun, my mom plays lottery tickets. God bless her. But this is a real business. And you guys are here for a reason on a Sunday night because you want to build your business and you're serious. So with that, don't quit. Don't give up. Don't listen to the naysayers. Don't listen to the people that are going to try to pull you to their other companies. And do what the leaders here are doing, like Michelle, Noel, and Larry. And that is stay laser focused, put your blinders on, and give it 110%. Back to you, Larry.
Hey, Eric, thank you so much. As our president, Mr. Eric Caparisi, the amazing Michelle Rudisil, and the incredible Noel Floyd. I just want to remind everybody, July 23rd, Nashville, Tennessee. That is a Saturday. Make sure you get to Nashville. I'm telling you, that's where businesses are going to be changed. And you want to go to nashville.asiasciencesevent.com. Again, that's nashville.asiasciencesevent.com. So again, thank you, everybody, all of our speakers. Thank you, everybody that showed up to the training. Showing up is half the battle, and we will see you all Tuesday night at 9 o'clock Eastern on our testimonial call. Everybody bring a guest. I know we're going to have some more amazing testimonials. Good night, everybody. Thank you.